Hey, this is Misty and you are watching the Grizzly ENT YouTube channel.
Okay, welcome everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the Grizzly ENT Podcast. Today, I am joined by Misty. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing quite dandy. Thank you for asking. Okay, so I have a list of subjects to talk about today. The first one, all big news, woke up this morning. Trump getting COVID. That's something that a lot of people will be mixed on, considering political parties and stuff like that. And I'm not going to ask you guys' political parties because I already know that's not going to be good for business. But what's you guys' whole reaction to this whole thing?
I think it's very interesting. I guess out of all the people to get it, it's interesting that he did, I guess.
I think what he is asking is like what we think about the whole COVID situation. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, sort of like that, because Trump was sort of talking about it being a hoax. All the Trump supporters basically saying it's not as bad as they thought, and then now Trump and Melania get it, and then now everybody's minds are just kind of twisted at this point.
Yeah, I think we all kind of look at things a little bit differently. Like, I'm considered an essential employee, so I had to work through the whole thing, and I mean, my life didn't really change a whole lot, but I don't know. I think it's an interesting thing because, like, when are things going to go back to normal? How would things go back to normal? Like, is it going to be a vaccine they're going to introduce? Because, I mean, there's a flu vaccine, and we still have thousands of people die every year from that. So I don't know if, like, are the anti-vaxxers going to fuck that up too? Like, I don't know. There's a lot of weird shit that could happen. Like, it's an interesting moment to be alive. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I think interesting is definitely a good word for it.
I think we should just I'm curious to see how they deal with their COVID and what follows and what he says about his experience, and if there's any like shifts and like what he generally says, which is probably not going to happen, but
yeah.
I mean, I hope it persuades them to like take it more seriously and take more necessary measures than they have in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Watch him come back, almost die, and then still be like, "Oh, it was a hoax." Like, I got a cold, or I just feel like Trump would be that kind of person to be like, "I'm still fucking right.
I'm better than death." He'd say something like,
"I'm probably one of the better COVID patients."
Apparently, I think he just went into a hospital. I think he just left the White House or something like that into a hospital. Yeah, it says he arrives at Walter Reed Hospital after positive coronavirus. and then CBS live updates. Trump gives thumbs up as he's transferred to the hospital.
Wow.
Yeah, like I said, he's probably one of the better patients.
Yeah.
Okay, so something else I want to bring up is the SOS video for you guys that came out a little bit less than a month ago. So does that entail anything? Are we going to be seeing any new music anytime soon, or?
Maybe.
I wouldn't say maybe. I would definitely say yes.
I would probably say yeah.
So probably say maybe. I'm a little more confident than she is. But
No, I was trying to keep
yes.
I was trying to keep the mystery alive. Like, I don't know. Are we?
No, I mean, we're definitely working. We're not just sitting here with our thumbs up our asses. We're actually getting some really awesome songs. We're actually in the studio right now, recording some stuff. So we're gonna have some stuff very soon. Now, as far as when, I'm gonna leave that to be mystery. But as far as what, awesomeness, pure awesomeness.
Awesomeness and familiar things taken even further.
Yeah. Yeah, because we got Josh and Mark who are now writing on these new songs, and no offense to any of the previous players in our band, but this is the best lineup we've ever had. So I'm really confident that we're about to put out the best music we've ever put out.
Yeah, so Josh and Mark definitely add like an exciting new element to our music.
Going back on the lineup, how many lineup changes have you guys had?
Well, he's our second drummer.
Yeah,
Guitarists,
we've had like
Quite a few.
4?
yeah. I think Josh is
Goodness.
number 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
He's like, dang, I didn't know
It's
that.
like 3.5.
yeah. He's like 3.5.
Actually, that sounds more accurate.
3.67.
Yeah,
3 2/3.
but with a little line over,
Yeah,
over 3 that just keeps going.
Yes.
What did they even call that line?
I don't
Like
know.
they always just called it a line. They never said anything else about it.
I feel like, I don't know.
It's continuous. I don't know.
Yeah, it definitely has a name. Like, I'd be surprised if it didn't have like a name, but maybe it's just an uncommon word.
I'm going to have to Google it when we get done.
We're a little rusty on our math terminology.
I had to do basic math today, and I was questioning myself so much. It was really bad, guys. Basic addition. It's fine.
Hey, but we know the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. That's
That's the only important thing we need to learn.
yeah, exactly.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared. That's it.
And that, yes, that is also a big one.
Real quick, I actually use the Pythagorean theorem in my job, so that is one thing I can say is kind of neat.
You're the first person I've met.
Yes.
That one actually comes up.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 people.
What's the square root of 1?
Yes.
Yes.
I was
There you
about to say
go.
that.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys are a Atlanta-based metal band, correct?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, I googled heavy metal music groups from Georgia, and let's just say I found some very interesting names. First one, Tilla. You know, everybody knows them. Crunkcore, the whole, you know, Franz with his OnlyFans. You know, always a secure buy. Don't ask why I know that. Becoming the Archetype. You know, they're Christian metal band. Circle Takes a Square. All right. Dick Delicious and the Tasty Testicles.
What?
Wow.
I'm not joking. You can look it up. Apparently, they're a comedy metal band. But the first thing I saw when I clicked on Georgia metal bands was Dick Delicious and the Tasty Testicles.
Wow.
And I had to somehow add that.
Yo,
it's funny. Oh, I feel like you're about to say the same thing.
So we should play a show with them.
Oh, no,
Shit.
That's not what I was gonna say.
Are they good? Like shit. That's fucking hilarious.
Word, I'm not-
I think it says that they broke up like in 2011.
Oh,
We should have a reunion tour.
bummer. We should write a reunion song for them. Maybe they'll get back.
Reunion song.
I was gonna say, whenever we were first coming up with the name, one of the ideas that we kind of joked about was calling ourselves Megan and the Foreskins. And then the guys were gonna play with like no shirts on, so it was like skin.
There's actually a band called shit, what is it called? I think it's called like Shat or something. Like they literally just perform with like dildo gauntlets. Like they're just I don't know how to explain it. Just look up Shat. Like the dude performs with a helmet full of dildos. Like there's another guy with a baby mask and in a diaper. Like it's I don't know. Music is weird. Naked Truth, Nashville Pussy.
Wait, Nashville.
Yeah, I know. It says they're Georgia based, but they're called Nashville.
That's
Wait, I'm gonna click on that. See if
They must like Nashville.
That's Ben
Well, they're-
Shapiro's favorite.
oh my god.
well, their first thing was in 1990. Oh, look, one of their associated acts, Dick Delicious and the Tasty Testicles. Okay, so I guess we're actually cool with that then. And then we have Norma Jean, Seven Dust,
Yes.
Theocracy, Whores, just whores,
That's what's up.
and then Woe's Me. So I just wanted to like bring up some of these bands because, you know, especially when it comes to naming your band, it's always weird because it took me a while to figure out what I wanted to do for my music. And, you know, there's always those weird names that you think of. So you were talking about names for your band earlier. Is there any like any that you just kind of ping ponged off each other and you were just thinking, who the hell would come up with that?
Trash Pup.
Trash
I
Pup.
remember
I actually really
Elvis.
wanted. Oh.
I know you want it.
I liked it.
I thought it was stupid.
I mean, come on, there are stupider band names.
Yeah,
that. I think
it can always get stupider.
That's true.
I think we didn't really want to go with that because we felt like it was going to relate us too much to like
Punk.
like punk and like
Yeah.
thrash music. So,
Well, there is a band called Pup.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also that.
yeah. What were some other
So you
things?
just have to be better than them.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a band called Max Sabbath, and it's literally just a McDonald's metal band.
Oh yeah.
I've seen that
Max.
one.
Yeah.
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 What's the
I've
one where
I shot them an interview. They never replied.
Okili Dokili.
Oakley
Okili
Dokley.
Dokili.
Oh, that's the Ned Flanders band, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty hardcore.
They've actually come to Atlanta a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're nuts.
Imagine bringing somebody who doesn't listen to metal to an Oakley Dokley show.
They'd be like, dang, okay. And then they start playing. They're like, oh my God.
I would just hype them up and be like, "You're a Simpsons fan, right? Like, dude, you're gonna fucking love it. Come on over. Like, you're gonna love this shit. It's hilarious."
The front guy dresses like Homer, and the other guy's Ned. It's like you just make up bullshit like to like simp them in, and then as soon as they start playing White Wine Spritzer, you're just like, you're standing there in the crowd. Mosh pit starts.
Yo, that's a funny story actually. One time we were, I think it was, I want to say it was Hell Yeah.
Yep.
We went to a Hell Yeah concert, and there was this crazy ass mosh pit happening, and I was trying to pull Megan and Wes into the mosh pit, like let's like I was like, you want to see a real mosh pit kind of thing, like let's go fuck around with these grown ass men and see what happens. Wes wasn't in the mosh pit for like 15 seconds. Gets punched or elbowed in the eye, and he ends up with a black eye.
He's not kidding. Like, I immediately jump in the mosh pit. I'm like, all right. Oh, no. I'm done.
He was out.
Oh man, that was my first mosh pit.
And you were in there for like a while. Nothing happened to you.
See, the thing is, mosh pits are really nice to me. Like the guys that are in there are always like, are you good? Like, are you okay? Because like I'm a small white girl. Like if a grown ass man elbows me in the face, I'm going down. So like people are like, you good? And I'm like, I'm not being asked if I'm good more than I'm moshing.
Right. But another guy jumps in the pit and they're like, kick his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, get him.
It's scary, like especially if you're a shorter guy. Like it's a risk. It's like, all right, I'm about to jump in. I know it's a risk. Yeah.
I mean, my first mosh pit, I was like 5'6" in high school, and and I didn't know how a mosh pit worked. So when my friend said, "Here, come into the mosh pit with me," I think it was like a Butcher Baby show or something like that. Like they brought me in, and everybody just started running into me. I'm thinking I have to like fight for my life, so I'm actually like punching people and shit. Like I thought I was about to get jumped. I was so confused. Like I didn't know what to do.
Those are always the guys who are just like really pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
And like you can tell because if it's like a really big concert, like there's the crowd and then there's the hole where the mosh pit used to be, and you just have this really angry guy in the middle,
Just one guy flailing.
just one guy flailing around, and he's usually massive, and people are like, that dude's a fucking dick, and like and everybody makes their space, and it's just really funny because you have a couple people who'll go fuck with them, but I've seen that a lot actually. Maybe that's an Atlanta thing. I'm not sure.
No, it happens over here. Some dudes will just be like real dicks in the pit. And speaking from experience, if you really do piss someone off, I will throw you across the entire venue. Some guy just kept throwing himself into me and all of my friends that were sitting there. So we told the dude, we were like, hey, you can't stop running into us, yo. And then he was just like, whatever. And he just goes back. He comes back in. All four of us just push. This man gets sent across Baltimore Soundstage with a black eye and like a busted nose. And he gets up and he goes to throw a punch at me. And he hits the other guy and starts beating up the other dude. We had no idea who this guy was. We just let it go. Because we're not getting involved in that case.
Oh, man.
Well.
Dang. That's scary, bro.
That's fucking nuts.
That is nuts.
Okay, so speaking of concert experiences, you said you were at a Hell Yeah concert. Are there any other like influences of band wise that you guys take into account to make your music?
Oh.
There's a lot of them.
I mean, I just like musicians, like not even like bands, but like people. I watch and then I get inspiration from like other drummers and stuff.
Can you name some?
Name some, bro. There's a long ass list. Like we could all sit here and talk for like the next hour about influences.
Word.
And all 5 of us are gonna have different ones.
I'm a huge like Alex Rudiger fan, and I love like Jared Boyd from Miss May is like my favorite drummer of all time. Jordan Mancino from As I Lay Dying. Quite a few metalcore drummers. Even like Matt Griner and Adam Gray and stuff like that. But yeah, the list goes on. But I just watch videos of them play and I get inspired, and I'm like, how can I make like my own music sound that cool?
Next.
Oh, me. So I have a lot of influences. I grew up listening to like System of a Down, Deftones, Incubus, some grunge bands, and then also flamenco, so like artists like Camarón de la Isla and Rosalia.
Yeah, we was like right here, and then you went. That's what's up, though. That's really cool.
I liked how everybody's face looked when you said that. Everybody just looked at you. Everybody just looked at you like, really?
That's dope, though.
I mean, I can tell some of the stuff he plays, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and jazz has been like probably the most like important, at least as far as like my playing and like my like to create ideas. Jazz has really helped me because it takes sound, it takes organized tonal like sound, and it kind of makes it very efficient because you really understand the patterns, and also you're just classical. I really like contemporary classical music, or at least that's one of the names. Like basically anything from 1900 to now is
1900. That's so like when dudes were playing like the flutes and the lutes and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I mean like orchestral music. Like there was a lot of pieces before. Yeah, I think at the beginning, like there were like pre-World War I and II, there was much bigger ensembles on average, and then, but yeah, I mean, there's that's a huge list. Ian Xenakis, Toru Takemitsu, Maurice Ravel, John Cage is probably one of the most important, even though I really don't listen to any of his music. Like there are a few pieces I love, but like there was one piece of his in particular that kind of just like it was like a 180. And then yeah, I mean Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Denzel Curry.
Solid picks.
Wu-Tang Clan. I mean, I don't know. It's a never-ending list. Indonesian gamelan music from Java.
I love how we went from Kendrick to Indonesian music.
Armenian duduk music.
Sounds,
bro.
Sounds.
Sometimes like the washer machine will like hum like a nice like G or like G sharp.
He pulls out his fretless bass and just goes in on
it.
Yes, sir.
I mean, there are bands. I know there's one band in Baltimore called Hate Beak where the lead singer is a parrot.
What?
I think I've heard of that.
Wait, what?
Don't replace me with a parrot, guys.
Dude, that's fucking hilarious.
I think I've heard
Like
that.
it just has like squawks. Like that's all the lyrics are. Like you know how like Karens are always like that music is just noise. You can barely understand what they're saying, and then the bird just literally just go like it's literally just squawking.
I mean,
you can look it up.
That sounds bad.
Yo, that would be funny if you had like a macaw or something that can like repeat what you tell it, and then you're like giving it the chorus.
Yes.
And then the beat drops and go fuck yourself or whatever the hell it says. That would be funny as shit.
Speaking of parrots, I actually have a headline. There were a thing of parrots that were removed from the UK family safari park after they taught each other to swear and then laughed about it.
What?
Snap,
I love
man.
birds, man.
Yeah, they're too smart, man. They're too smart.
So funny.
They taught each other how to swear and then laugh.
Yeah, so like one of them will just be like, "Go fuck yourself," and then they'll start laughing about, like, just like you said, they will literally just do that, and then apparently it was for the last 25 years.
I think it's funny that they start laughing because that's what people would react to if a bird said, "Go fuck yourself."
That's probably how they got it.
And then you'd laugh. And so now they say, "Go fuck yourself."
It's like they're just mocking us at this point.
Oh my god.
It's a laughter call.
That's great. Oh my gosh. What are they
They're-
called? Hate Beak?
Hate Beak, yeah.
I'm gonna listen to it.
There's a lot of like weird bands out there. There's a lot of weird genres too. There's like scat grind, which is basically shit grindcore.
Oh god.
You know how porno grind is a thing?
Yeah.
Okay, think about that, but with shit.
Golly, dude.
What?
It's probably like all just
You're
noise.
blowing Megan's mind right now.
Yeah. Dude.
I don't know.
I am not joking. Everything that I'm telling you is true. You can look it up. I think there's a band called Latrine, and they have a song called Coprophiliac Dreams or something like that. It literally sounds like the vocals are taking a shit. Like, that's what it sounds like.
Oh my
Wow.
God. I don't know how to process.
Oh, everybody's just thinking to themselves like, damn.
They're like this.
I don't know how to
ever
respond to
grind.
that.
I really don't.
Or they must be hitting the brown note. In
Oh
there.
my God.
Wow, wow.
And that, can you imagine like during a breakdown somebody drops the brown note? Like that's gonna suck for the concert venues afterwards. You know what I mean?
That's gonna suck for whoever's like losing the battle already.
Or like,
Gives everybody Crohn's disease from a breakdown.
Like, even if someone's just listening to it, they have to know they're gonna be in the fucking car like, oh shit. Oh shit, dude. But yeah, I can imagine that.
God.
Seriously, imagine someone doing that.
oh no.
Oh man.
Mark's the same guy who goes and pisses in the bathroom and moans vigorously.
I'd be weighing myself after a piss, dude. Like I weigh myself before and after because I feel like I've just lost 2 pounds of fucking water weight. That's how I had a piss.
Dude, the first time we were at practice and he went to go take a piss, I thought he slipped. Because he was like, oh, and I was like, yo, bro, you all right? And he's like, yeah, man, I'm good. And then he continued to moan. Like, it was very weird. But I was like, okay, man.
Fucking good, dude. So
And this man can talk for hours about shit.
Yeah, feel good.
Like,
I really
in all the various shapes it comes in.
Yeah.
The funniest thing is when I was mentioning scat grind, he seemed like he was the only one who wasn't interested in what I was saying.
No, cause I knew exactly what you were talking about too, and I'm like, holy shit. Like,
He's like,
Literally, holy shit.
yeah, dude. Like, I was like, oh my god,
Oh,
fucking
man.
porno grind and all that shit, dude.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of like weird metal genres out, especially metal genres. Like there's rap thing. I think one of them's called like I forgot what it's called. I think it's like I think this may not be the term, but it's something like mermaid rap or something like that. It's something like it's like punk something. Sea punk. That's what it's called. Sea punk.
Punk.
Yeah, there's Nintendo Core. That one's actually pretty cool. They use like 8-bit synths from like Nintendo games and then add like Dillinger Escape Plan-esque metal instrumentation to it.
Oh,
Hey, we might dip our toes in that genre.
that'd be fun.
You guys know what I'm saying?
I know
You catch my drift.
You're...
Nerd. Oh, like,
Oh man.
there's a genre called Dream Thrash. That one's actually pretty cool if you're high. I speak from experience. Basically, Dream Thrash is like, it has those airiness type vocals of dream metal where it's, you know, orchestral, it's airy, but then it just has like thrash beats in the middle, like a Pantera meets like Dream Theater or some shit. Like it's pretty interesting. I mean, there's dinosaur metal. That's cool as shit.
Yes, that is really cool as shit. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It's like a kid-friendly version of Guar or something.
That's nuts.
Pirate metal. Everybody knows Ailstorm, Swashbuckler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually showed her Hailstorm, and she was like, "Oh, like Hailstorm?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I guess so, but it's a lot different."
It's just like that, except completely different. I actually have like a podcast kind of show also, and we take music submissions, and we had pirate metal as a submission on there. It was actually really good. Like it makes me think like Pirates of the Caribbean or something.
Yeah, Ailstorm Drink is one of my favorite songs from 2014 probably. Porno Grind, of course. Oh, what was that? I'm sorry.
I was just saying that's a good song. I think I remember when that came out.
Porno Grind always have the best band names. Cock and Ball Torture. That's one of the band names that one of the many that you can find if you search Porno Grind. Shakespeare metal. What?
That actually sounds kind of cool.
Shakespeare metal.
I think I've heard of that before.
Werewolf metal.
I've heard of that. I've never like.
These are like oddly specific though. Like I wonder.
Yeah, they're
How many
hella
bands
specific.
can fall into this?
I wonder like what other characteristics are they adding? Because I mean, you
Probably-
have something in metal.
A lot of howling.
They just howl during the breakdowns. Actually,
Like,
shit,
yo,
that
if
might
you-
actually work.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If there's no fur at a live show, I want my money back. Like,
If there's no full moon, it's fake fan.
it's fake news.
Fake news.
We only have shows on full moons.
Oh man.
That's it.
Oh,
Or you could have
there's
someone in the crowd.
See someone is playing some werewolf.
A dog just barked. We're like, oh my god, it's werewolf metal.
there's a unblack metal. It's basically Christian black metal. Unblack.
Yeah.
Christian black metal.
Wow.
Interesting.
It's basically the same like concepts. It's just like they have like the whole like get up of black metal too, like the spikes and shit, the face paint. But it's just like Christian. Like I don't understand.
Yeah, like, it's very like.
That's
biblical.
wild. How could you be so aggressively passionate?
It's like it's like if Skillet had a baby with Behemoth.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna get unsubscribed for this, but I think that Skillet's just gone downhill since 2016 probably. Like they have like the Imagine Dragons syndrome in my opinion. Like they went from like a kind of good rock band to talking about Christianity and just being commercial basically.
Yeah, I can see that. Their newer stuff is definitely a lot like poppier.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bands that are kind of doing that.
Yeah, Papa Roach's latest album back in January of last year, that was possibly the most disappointed I was ever been by a Papa Roach album.
Yeah, I like parts of that one, but it was pretty much like a pop album.
Yeah, and the worst part is I bought tickets to the Shinedown show, and he was like the opener for Shinedown. And he performed like almost half of the album, and I'm just sitting there in the pit, and I'm just thinking, where's the heavy? Like, there's Viking metal. Everybody knows about Amon Amarth and shit, what are they called? Shit, what are they called? At the Gates.
Yeah. I actually used to be into some like Norwegian metal, pirate metal, thrashy stuff. There's a couple of bands that I was into called like there's this one I really like called Kalma.
Oh yeah.
I think they were from like Kansas or something though. No, I'm thinking of a different band. But they were really sick. It had this like the same kind of like adventure theme as like your pirate metal or like your Viking metal kind of thing. Something about boats and like this weird kind of rhythm, I think just made it like that kind of metal.
Okay. Okay. So on the podcast, I wanted to start a new series called Explain That Name, where basically I go through your discography and I find the most interesting song titles, and you guys just kind of explain the whole logistics behind what it means. I guess the dog is excited too.
He's listening to the werewolf metal.
Yeah.
It's a full moon
Oh yeah, it is.
last night, so
Oh.
I'm assuming it is a full moon tonight.
Last night and the night before.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it was
Last
last
night-
night.
3 nights in a row.
Last night was the second smallest full moon of the year. Called, I think it's the harvest moon. Yeah.
Something like that.
Love that game. Sorry.
Okay, so the first one is This Happy Incident.
That one was about an ex that I was with, and it was like a love song.
I like that look on the. I like that look on the left. He just looked at him like, "Yeah, I know what's going on."
Yeah, and that's it. That's that one. It was
Okay.
like the incident of like meeting this person. We don't play that song anymore.
It's a good song though.
It is a good song.
Okay, Sense of Soy.
that was all you.
That was a typo. Straight up. I think I was trying to call it like I was a little salty because Sound of Silence Sound of Silence, the Disturbed cover came out like right around the same time I was like coming up with this, and I was hella upset that like I was gonna call it like Sense of Sound, but I didn't want to copy him, and then it came off as Sense of Soy and a typo, and I was just like, hold up.
I mean, if you think about it, Sense of Soy could be like a vegan like metal song or something like that.
Or vegan metal.
Vegan metal.
Somebody get that started. Hashtag vegan metal.
I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna also Google that and see if it exists.
Dude, I bet you there's a market there.
There probably is. There's a lot of vegans. They got.
I mean, there is that one vegan on TikTok who's like trying to say if you eat meat, you're a murderer and you're gonna go to hell, stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
That could be about our next song. We could talk about eating meat and going to hell, and then market it to vegans.
The cover art is just somebody eating the broccoli on fire.
Yes.
Some fire broccoli.
Satan eating broccoli. There you go. That's your next album cover. Okay. So Attila.
Attila. Why did we name that one Attila?
I think it kind of fit like the theme of your lyrics because it was
Yeah.
it was very like
Aggressive.
triumphant,
Yeah.
aggressive.
Yeah.
Okay. So Not Coming Home.
That one's about not coming home.
Pretty okay, pretty all right, and then
That one's pretty like,
it's like when your dog runs away.
and you start playing back.
okay, and then the final one, The Vibe.
I'll let you take that one too.
The vibe.
Is it about the vibe?
It's about a vibe.
Yeah, I mean, straight up, yeah, it is. It's about like vibes, man. Like the song has like kind of like a nostalgic feel to it, in my opinion. And so I don't know, like sometimes you get that nostalgic feel, and it's just like you're vibing on it, and I don't know, like I don't really know how to explain too much more out of that. It's not like a literal translation of the song, but it's just how the song made me feel. It was the vibe.
Okay. So going through all of your catalog and stuff like that, what is the favorite well, I guess I can ask all five of you, your favorite song that you've made?
I feel like usually like artists are always like it's the song that I'm working on now. It's like stuff you haven't even heard yet.
It's
So I'm like out of our released stuff. Man. Maybe like SOS or Not Coming Home?
Sauce.
Sauce?
yeah, I would say SOS.
For me, it's SOS.
For me, I want to say Not Coming Home, actually. Yeah, I think that was my favorite song. That song was a banger, man. From the time I first heard it, I was like, this is the shit. Like, let's do it.
My favorite song is Car Food.
Car Food's really good. That's some new shit we're working on.
I say SOS just because like that's one of the only things I'm on.
Yeah.
I barely get songs. I'm on this one.
No, but no lie. Before, like when I was trying out for the band and they were giving me some songs to learn, off of Eurydice, "You're Not Alone" is my favorite track.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I love that one.
That was a little underrated.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good because it's got such a nice feel to it and it's so upbeat. I love it.
Yeah, that would be my second.
Yeah,
Actually,
it's so good.
got a nice upbeat feel.
Joe,
Okay.
what's your favorite song?
Oh, sorry. SOS. Because
Who's the one that said sauce?
Sauce.
Sauce.
Sauce. I heard somebody say sauce, and now I'm gonna call that song that from now on.
Do it. That's what I call it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Get lost in the sauce.
Lost.
Sauce and the sauce.
And the sauce is soy.
Hey, it came full circle.
It really did.
Okay, so going back to some of the weird ass news titles that we have for today. One of them is Vietnamese condom factory accused of recycling use prophylactics.
Oh.
Prophylactics. that word always reminds me of a movie, and it's just the way he says it in that movie. He's just like prophylactics. I don't know. His voice just makes it.
Wait, what movie?
10 Things I Hate About You.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's kind of a chick flick, but that's okay. You just
No, I know what it is. I never seen it.
And all the prophylactics with it.
right.
That's
Oh.
an interesting title for a news article, though.
Interesting.
That's
Yeah.
pretty gross.
To say the least.
Makes you curious, you know. It's like you
No,
kind
it
of
doesn't.
No.
I'm not curious.
It's like I don't want to know any more about it. I don't want to read that article. The title gives me enough information.
Well, basically, the factory owner was buying used ones. First off, how the fuck do you buy new used ones? Like,
There's so many questions.
Used condoms?
Who's selling them? Who's buying them?
Moving in
Why?
trucks. Who goes and collects them? Like, who sorts through the trash? Ew.
so this is the whole thing. So it says basically in Hanoi, Vietnam, Vietnamese police said that they will investigate a factory that was found recycling about 320,000 used condoms for resale. Local media reported on Thursday. Following a tip from local resident Bin Duong, provincial market inspectors over the weekend raided a factory near Ho Chi Minh City where they found used condoms being repacked for sale at the market. And basically saying that a 34-year-old woman confessed that they bought the used condoms from a man in the province. The condoms were washed, reshaped, and packed in the plastic packages. And basically, they're still investigating. Now, I don't know if you're able to release classified files so fast, but I feel like this is one of them where you just need to release all the information immediately.
Mhm.
Like, I have so many questions, and I don't think I want answers.
Word, like
Yikes.
Like, that's a big-ass number, 320,000.
The condom collector.
Oh my god.
Yeah, look at dumpster diving. That'd be a
Gross.
fucking episode right there.
Oh my god.
That sounds like a South Park episode, don't it?
It does.
It just sounds
Give it a few weeks, it will be.
Yeah, they're quick too. I think I saw something the other day that was like a quarantine special, or maybe that's
Yeah,
all.
South Park can create an episode in about a week. So they're able to jump on world events really quickly.
Wow.
I think that's
Yeah.
part of the reason why they do so well. Like South Park's been airing for a long time, and they've won some Peabody awards. So like I know that they to win some awards like that, like it's a good show.
Have you ever heard of the controversy surrounding the Scientology episode?
Yeah, I remember that.
I didn't hear about that.
Vaguely.
It was a long time ago.
What was that about?
Okay, so I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head, but basically they made an episode like making fun of Scientology. Like Tom Cruise was in it, R. Kelly was in it, and Tom Cruise like locked himself in the closet. And basically, they would try to get him out of the closet, and he'll be like, "I'm never coming out," metaphors and all. And basically, the guy who played Chef on the show, he was a Scientologist, so he wanted to get off the show because they were making fun of him. So they killed off his character in like the worst way. Like, he fell off of a bridge. He like got stabbed. He got mauled apart by a bear and a lion. Like, they just fucked him up. Like yeah.
Did he shit himself?
Holy shit!
Like,
Yeah,
they didn't die in the most like demeaning way possible.
So they went full Rasputin on his ass.
basically, yeah. So then after that, Scientology got pissed off, like the actual church, and they basically started trying to blackmail the creators. Like they were like putting agents inside the show, like in the building, like taking pictures, trying to case the joint and shit. Like they would try to like get blackmail on Trey Parker or Matt Stone, and what happened was that they ended up facing fines for what they did. So basically, that's why people are always scared to talk about Scientology, because either A, they're going to get sued, or B, they're going to get blackmailed.
Holy shit!
That's crazy. Scientology is fucking coming after your ass.
Coming for your throat, yeah.
Whether you like it or not, you're gonna believe in this shit.
I mean, if you really do like know the whole thing behind Scientology, how the fuck do people believe it? like I'm not going to explain the whole backstory because I felt like I lost brain cells trying to understand it. So that's your third thing that you can Google. But
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta be careful though, because Scientology churches will come after me.
Hey, maybe we should change the subject before they come after us. Because,
Word.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
someone-
Okay,
knock on the door.
perfect. I'll here. Hold on. Let me check out my window.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm cool. But anyway, so we also have another headline about sandwiches and Subway being too sugary to meet the legal definition of being bread.
Wow. So then, what is it? Cake?
I don't know. Like it says,
We're doing there more.
Cookies.
So the bread has got too much sugar in it.
apparently, like it's saying that it has like a 10-piece weight. It says it has a sugar content of the 10-piece of the weight of the flour included in the dough. So basically, it could be classified as bakery or like as baked goods almost.
Oh shit!
Next time I want a cake, I'm gonna go to Subway. Be like, it's healthy. It's the healthiest cake you
Can I
can
have a
get.
cake?
Word,
Oh,
right? It's
yeah.
supposed to be healthy.
How'd that one dude lose all that weight?
I was gonna mention that. How did Jared lose all that weight?
Jared's a liar.
Yeah.
There's no way. He was eating cake this whole time.
Either that or
That
they
bastard.
changed the recipe.
How could he? Maybe.
He ate cake this whole time and lost that much weight. What an asshole.
I'm jealous.
I mean, he's already an asshole for what he did a couple of years ago, but you
I
know,
mean,
that's,
yeah, true.
What did he do a couple years ago?
let's not explain that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like a major pedophile.
The sugar got to his head.
Gross.
That's insane.
Yikes. You know, I haven't had Subway in a long ass time.
Why is that the first thing you thought of?
Like, no, like I'm still
Talking.
blocked the whole zoo file thing, and I just kept thinking like, damn, there's that much sugar in Subway. And
Damn, I could get a meatball marinara right now.
I'm gonna go get some pub subs after this.
Yeah, we better Google it, make sure they ain't pastries.
You're right. Even if they are, Publix has some great pastries. Honestly.
Okay,
Those are the
now,
best cake.
You wanna go get some brownies?
Yeah. I'm always down for some brownies. And tacos.
Has anybody ever tried to actually make that like iCarly spaghetti taco recipe, or is that just me?
I never did,
I
but
probably did. I don't remember.
No,
I probably did.
it's gotta work.
I might have
Like-
done something similar, but instead of a taco shell, it was like a piece of Texas toast.
Yeah, or like a
Oh,
tortilla.
yeah.
Tortilla, I know I did that shit.
I'm gonna make a soft shelled spaghetti taco.
I did it with SpaghettiOs.
Yeah.
The struggle is real.
I did SpaghettiOs. I was like, I don't know how to boil
You can't
nothing.
even
but-
afford the whole alphabet. It's just the O's.
Yeah, just the yeah, dude.
It's not DiGiorno, it's the struggle.
Has Has anyone seen the one video of the guy? He's like, I went to go boil the noodles, but I forgot the noodles, so all I got is the water.
Oh shit.
That's all I was thinking about when he was talking about that.
Oh shit.
I've never seen that video.
I've never seen that, but that
It's a fourth thing to look up.
fourth.
Fourth, there you go.
This
I don't
list
even
is
remember what the
getting
first two
long.
things were.
When I go back in editing, I'll just put it in the list.
Honestly,
Yes.
yeah, send that to me.
Yes.
Email me that
That
list.
doesn't pop up like right here, and there's like a list right there.
This is the list.
Sure.
Here you go.
Shit the Google list. There you go.
Oh man.
You get everyone that's watching to Google this stuff as well because it's equally important that they need to know.
Everyone needs to know.
Yes.
Hey, wrestling nerd.
Everyone needs to know about the shit. I can't even remember what we were talking about either.
I know Shat was one of them.
Yeah, Shat was
Dick and Balls Band.
Dick and Balls.
Close enough.
I actually have a random ass story about Dick and Balls. So basically, I used to be involved with a wrestling fed. I would do the announcing for their wrestling fed, and basically we would all have a pep talk before the show. And one of the times, there's this big guy. His name was Corey, and he would always give the pep talk because he had a lot of like energy. He was giving everybody it, right? And he's talking about, we are the backbone. We run this company ourselves. We are the dick and balls of this company. So then for the next like 9 months, whenever we would end a pep talk, we would just keep chanting dick and balls, like from the back in the locker room. And one time somebody forgot to turn on the music for the outside. So everybody heard from in the crowd, they just heard us all chanting dick and balls. And then as I walk to my table, one guy just looks at me from the side where the stairs are, and he just goes, "Yo, why was y'all chanting dick and balls, yo?"
Oh my god.
From the locker room, though. That's the funniest
room.
part.
It was a locker room of like 30, 40 plus people. Like we were,
Holy shit.
and 200 people heard us like saying it, and at least one guy had the decency to be like, "Hey, yo, why was y'all saying that?" Honestly, I would have just jumped.
Yo, what's going on over here?
I knew my buddy said wrestling was gay, but damn.
Oh man.
Could you imagine his story of that night, though? He's like, yeah, dude, like, we went to this thing, and, like, they were chanting about dick and balls in the back. It was weird.
I thought this was... I want to try to go to an ECW show. What the hell is this?
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
nuts. That takes...
That's literally nuts.
That's literally nuts.
Nuts.
Those are nuts.
Yeah, and a lot of balls. Shit, I messed that up.
Shat.
Okay, well, here's some...
So anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Asteroid 5535 Anne Frank was named in honor of Anne Frank in 1995. So now you all know that a hurling ball of rock was named after a small German Jewish girl who was executed in a concentration camp. So that's interesting.
That's karma.
Oh shit.
Well,
What the fuck? How is that karma?
Maybe that's from Germany, it'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe, but still.
Am I the only one who thought Anne Frank and Helen Keller were the same person?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
They have some similarity, I guess.
What?
I mean, they were both female.
Well, I don't...
They're both women. That's
Yeah,
it.
I think, yeah, because it wasn't, like, disabled by any means. though,
She
was
was no, she was just
No,
Jewish.
she was fully able.
Oh,
She just
okay.
couldn't do stuff.
That's not a disability.
Like,
She just couldn't do stuff.
Oh, it's not that she couldn't do stuff; it's that she wasn't supposed to.
Oh yeah. She can do whatever she wants, but you shouldn't.
That's so fucked up.
Golly, dude. You're...
Anyway,
Anyway,
Anyway, moving on from Nazis. Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Holy shit.
I gotta make that a transition, I swear.
Oh my god. Anyway.
Here's Wonderwall. I love how we went from talking about Anne Frank as a meteorite to talking about Wonderwall.
Cue Wonderwall.
God damn it. Okay, so basically, there's also this kid, this 7-year-old YouTube star named Ryan, who has made $22 million in 2018 because of his videos. This man actually has a Nickelodeon show, which, don't ask why I was watching it. My sister likes to leave on, like Nick on her TV, and I just walked in there, and she was just watching it for no reason. It is the most pointless kids show I've ever seen. At least Dora taught you how to navigate. Like,
teach you Spanish.
Yeah.
I mean, she does speak Spanish, but that's not my point. But I heard that, like, SpongeBob makes kids dumber or something like that.
Patrick's fault, dude.
That makes sense. I watched a
That
lot
was
of
my favorite
SpongeBob.
cat.
That happened to our
That's
entire
probably why I'm
generation.
Yep.
That's probably why I'm so.
Can confirm.
I mean, like, that, I wouldn't say that. I mean, I know a lot of people who are very intelligent who watch SpongeBob, and they're either it's the weed smoking or it's watching SpongeBob that makes them dumber. I can't tell. Or both, in my case. But anyway.
You know, I never really got into SpongeBob that much, to be honest.
That's a shame.
Oh, you should, dude.
What are you, a communist?
And then they're like, people will bring up a story of SpongeBob, and I'm like, I never
He's-
saw that episode. And
he's
they're like,
a-
oh my god.
He's got the most memes out of anything.
And you'd love it. You'd love it now as an adult. Like you would
Especially
love
if
that
you were
fucking
high.
show, dude. I'm telling you.
Maybe I need to revisit.
It's just.
I think this is why you didn't get it. You're missing one key ingredient.
You were missing the secret ingredient.
Yeah.
The secret formula for the Krabby Patty. Okay. But on the subject of kid shows, like what was the shit that y'all were watching like growing up?
Oh, man.
I watched SpongeBob. I watched Danny Phantom.
Ed and Eddie.
Ed and
And
Eddie.
then Eddie, dog.
Remember a lot of the old like Cartoon Network shows.
Cat Dog.
Cat Dog, Courage the Cowardly Dog.
That show
Tom and
freaked me
Jerry.
out.
Can we just talk about how terrifying that show really was?
Yeah, that show
Cat Dog.
creeped me out, dude.
Courage.
And I watched
was
it
so
anyway.
terrifying.
I couldn't watch it. I got that. Nope.
That's why I kept watching it though. Like when I first started it, I didn't like it, and then like I got a little older and I came back to it and I was like, yes.
A horror show for kids.
If you think about it, it's kind of like Animorphs in a way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
No.
Like the effects wise of that show, like
It's just bad.
Yeah, it was.
well, I mean,
insane.
it's dated. It wasn't bad for the time. It's just
Yeah.
dated as hell.
True.
Yeah,
But
dude,
like,
that was my shit.
Dragon Tales was really good. Dragon Tales was what I watched whenever I was like home from school, like sick or something.
Yeah.
I watched Dragon Tales.
What do you have, like a conch or something like that? You call it?
Yeah, it was the show.
Like a shell.
It wasn't a con- I think it was just like a-
scale.
Oh, it was a scale. No, you're right.
A
Also.
scale, yeah, it was a scale.
Why would they have a shell? That wouldn't make sense.
that's
Right.
SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's the magic conch.
SpongeBob. dog.
Conch. Okay.
Yeah, magic. Yeah, dude.
Can I have something to eat? No.
No.
I would say like I was more like a Cartoon Network kid than I was Disney.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, dude.
I was Nickelodeon and Disney.
Yeah, and a lot of the girls that I knew were, and
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just because it catered to them or what, but I felt like Ed and Eddie,
Foster's Home.
Foster's was alright.
really
I feel like
good.
I had a love-hate relationship with that. But I just feel like
That show creeped me out. I don't know why.
Really? Well,
It's not, some of them did. I mean, Coco was just scary to me when I was like 5. I don't know why. Just
I feel like it touched on some pretty like interesting topics though for like a kids show. I feel like some episodes were got kind of real.
but see, when you're 5, you don't really think about that. You know what I mean?
Like I think about it now and I'm like, holy
Dang,
shit.
you said you were 5. How old are you?
I'm 18 now.
Oh shit!
Hey, man, I thought you was 30.
Baby.
Motherfucker, you look 30.
You look 30.
Dang, so you probably never seen Ed, Ed and Eddie.
No, I did. Like, I grew up like in the 2000s. I grew up watching those shows. Like, I had the like VHSs of and DVDs of Ed, and Eddie. Like I grew up in like the 2000 like tens as well. So like Adventure Time,
You
regular
watch,
show.
like Rugrats or like Tom and Jerry.
Yeah,
Or, like,
I didn't watch much Tom and Jerry. I was a fan of Rugrats though.
I think they still air it. No, Boomerang or something.
Or like Thundercats,
Probably.
or
Thundercats I never
too.
really got into.
Oh my god,
that was an older one.
I
that's
love
like
that.
an
They
80s show.
they remade it back in like 2008 or something like that,
Did they?
and
we
it
were
had
just talking about this.
it had
Oh yeah.
like, it looked so good, like it had so much potential, and then it just like
It flopped.
just like went away out of nowhere.
Hmm.
It was really weird. But like of old school shows, that show and like Gargoyles was dope.
Gargoyles, yeah.
Gargoyles was dope.
That was a good show.
That show.
Or the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
Does
Oh,
anybody
Or my
does
time.
anybody remember that there was a banned episode of Gargoyles?
I think so. Yeah. I think I remember that.
It was called, I think it was called Playing with Fire. And one of the gargoyle, I didn't watch the show that much, so I don't really remember. But one of the gargoyles was like playing with a gun, and he like accidentally shot one of the girls that were in there. And like she was like bleeding out, and like it was a lot for a kid's TV show. Like,
Oh my
It's been
goodness.
so long, dude. I think I
I've
remember
heard
that.
about that. I never actually saw it.
I
It's
remember
been
seeing
so
them
long.
like playing. I remember seeing a drum set. One of them playing like on a drum set or something.
Yeah.
And that's why when you said that, it's like one of those memories that you don't know you have until someone brings it up.
mhm.
And it's like, oh shit, I remember that, but I don't remember seeing someone bleed out.
Yeah, that's because it aired once, and then they like, I think they either re-edited it or they cut it different. So if you didn't see the original airing, you didn't see like the entire like, episode. Like you didn't see the original thing.
I know that like Funimation, I think, did that to a lot of like Japanese animes that came to America. Like ones like Dragon Ball Z and like
Yeah.
things
They
like
took
that.
out a lot, and they took out
Man,
a lot of buttons.
Pokemon had a lot of like cut material. I mean, there was one where James just had tits, like like he like I forgot the context of it. I think they were like entering a bikini contest or something, and like James tried to he goes in and he has like inflatable tits. Like he just pressed a button and they would inflate. And he would like talk shit to Misty. He would be like you wish you had these or some shit like that. And like who thought that was a good idea? Like,
Word.
I think I remember
Holy
seeing something
shit.
about that though. Yeah. That episode, it was a bikini contest, and yeah, dude, like a lot of that shit, man, as a writing for kids like that, dude.
Pokemon actually had a few controversial episodes.
I remember that now. The bikini contest.
Porygon or something like that, right?
You know, the infamous Porygon episode that gave kids seizures.
Mm.
Really? I didn't know about that.
Yeah,
word.
because the colors flashing on the screen were like too overstimulating, so people who were prone to seizures could get triggered by it.
Shit, that'll do it.
Man.
No way. I was
Yeah.
really young when Pokemon was airing. You know, I don't think I even saw the whole series. I need to go back and watch it.
That's still airing, believe it or not.
Word. They
Long
can have a
series.
bunch of
It's
different-
like what they're on like
he the same
Sun
age
and
and
Moon
everything.
or something now, or X
They're
and Y.
How's that out? Was it Sword and Shield? now?
Sword and no, is there a Sword and Shield show though?
Yeah.
No, it's just Pokemon. Like that's what it is. Like it just continues as Pokemon, but like the seasons are like the games that come out. So like 2011 it was like Black and White, and then 07 or 08 it was like Soul Silver or no, it was Pearl and Ruby, whatever the one was that I couldn't think of. But like I used to be really big in the Pokemon, but like I don't know what it is, man. It's just like as you grow up, you just like kind of lose interest in certain things, and like Pokemon was one of the things that had to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that.
I had the opposite effect actually. I was big into Pokemon when I was a kid, and then there was this big gap where I was like, I don't give a shit, and then now I'm like, oh, Pokemon. I love playing like the old games.
Yeah.
It's really the old games and the cards. Like I still have some extra Pokemon cards, and
Yeah, I
it's
still
fun.
got those.
If you have any like special ones that are really good shape, you can probably get a lot of money for them. I've actually been looking into that. There's actually a really, really, really big market for them right now, or like a year ago.
Yeah, I do know that there's a lot of like I know one person, they got like $150,000 for like a rare Charizard card or something like that.
Yeah.
And I know how Charizard was the shit back in the day.
Yeah, so pretty much any Charizard cards that you have are going to be worth, like, on average, double what every other card is going to be worth. For some reason, there's, like, Charizards, Mewtwo's, and a couple other ones, like legendary Pokemon, and, like, specific, like, cards that only came out for a certain event or something. Those are worth lots of money. So if you have any of those cards laying around, shit, fucking try to sell them. You might be able to get more than you're expecting.
For y'all that played Pokemon, who was like the starting Pokemon that you always chose?
Mudkip.
Not Charizard, but Charmander.
It always differed for me, I feel like. But on usual, I chose a fire Pokemon.
Yeah.
Same.
Water.
Yeah, I think I always went with
Yeah,
Squirtle.
I was a water guy. I always chose water for no reason.
So useful, you get to go in the ocean. Like it's like
Yeah.
I always pick the fire Pokemon because they're generally really rare.
I
Like,
mean,
there's tons of water Pokemon, there's tons of grass Pokemon. There's not that many fire Pokemon.
Magmar, Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard.
I just like the color red. I think that's why.
That's me.
No, seriously.
There's
I
Actually,
love-
Ponyta and
fire.
Rapidash.
I loved them because I also loved horses.
And then there's
Like the girliest reasons to like Pokemon.
Vulpix, Growlithe,
Arcanine and Ninetales.
Yeah. dude.
Entei.
Ponyta.
Oh, yeah. That bastard always got me in Pokemon Go. I still haven't caught one of them bastards to this day.
Shit, dude.
I played Pokemon Go for a little bit, then
Where I fell off.
and then like when the pandemic happened, it was like Pokemon Stay.
Where?
Pokemon
Like,
Stay.
shit, I might as well pull out the emulator and bust out the original Emerald or something or whatever.
I know that there was supposed to be like Minecraft Earth or something like that.
I heard about that.
Yeah, basically like Pokemon Go, but in Minecraft. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, can you imagine like people driving around on the street like playing Minecraft Earth, and they're like, "Mom, pull over! I have to kill this cow real fast," and they just like they just hop out on the highway, like. Like I feel like that would raise a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Dude, speaking of that, I almost got in an accident from Pokemon Go. Like the first time I played it, I was with one of my exes and she was driving my car. And yeah, like the first Pokemon that came up was on my dashboard. And I was like, oh my God, look, it's a Squirtle. And she was like, oh my God, look. So I distracted her and then she like turned the wheel a little bit to the right and we like hit the curb pretty badly. And it was all right. I caught the Squirtle.
Is it a bad time? Is it a bad time to say that Squirtle's my favorite Pokemon?
No. But my car was okay. It's just the rim was fucked, but yeah.
Like, I caught the Squirtle.
That's it.
Yeah.
Imagine explaining that to the insurance company. I was trying to catch virtual monsters. Okay.
Virtual monsters. Pocket monsters.
Yeah. Isn't that like the actual translation? Something like that?
Well, I think that was like the beta name for it before like when it came out in Japan. It started off as Pocket Monsters because there's some really old cards that say Pocket Monsters on them.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
They're in Japanese and stuff. It's really kind of cool. There's this whole culture behind Pokemon. I feel like that's why I like it now more than I did when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to draw, like make Pokemon, like my own Pokemon cards in class, and like draw like, just draw Pokemon. And I'll get in trouble for it too.
Of course.
I thought it was stupid, but I don't know.
My mom never really let me watch Pokemon, but I did anyway.
Wait, why didn't you like?
She was one of those moms where it's like you couldn't.
Magic.
Yeah, like I wasn't allowed to watch like Wizards of Waverly Place or like read or watch Harry Potter. And Pokemon also, for some reason, fell into like that category. So.
Same.
They're pocket monsters.
Yeah.
What did your mom believe that it was demons or something with wizards? Like,
Maybe.
That's nuts.
I mean, yeah, Mulan. I wasn't allowed to watch Mulan.
Why?
Because of I guess the magic dragon or something.
Spirits?
Yeah, the spirits. The smoky colors. I don't know. It's
Dude, my parents
Disney movie.
right.
I ain't got nothing.
Are kids not allowed to have an imagination anymore? Like,
Gotta live in the real world.
Oh, yeah.
Word.
You
This is
gotta-
the first I'm hearing of this.
You gotta fight for your
just
imagination.
individuals, adults.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's like
shit.
all your cartoons now got to talk about making a check every Friday.
Oh man.
Word.
That'd be so sad.
Good luck finding that cartoon that does that.
oh, that's like BoJack Horseman type stuff right there. Like,
BoJack Horseman. is
Bob's
crazy.
Bob's Burgers.
Bob's Burgers is dope too.
I was terrified of Bob's Burgers the first time I watched it. Just the animation, like it freaked me out.
No,
It's just really awkward in that show.
I love it.
And then
You
I
know
found
that
out.
show? Was that you kind of what?
And then I found out that Bob and Archer, they were voiced by the same guy, so that kind of like turned me onto it.
It's so funny because there's crossover episodes for both of them. There's an Archer episode where he's Bob, essentially.
Oh yeah,
But
I
it's
remember
in
that.
it's Archer, so it's that animation style. But he's like dressed as Bob.
And I could have
It's really
sworn,
funny.
that same voice actor,
Nah, I can't balance it.
he was a character on some show that Adult Swim had, but it would come on at like 4 in the morning or like 5 in the morning, and it was like poorly drawn cartoon characters. And he
Robot
voiced
Chicken.
like this coach.
Home movies.
I think some shit like that.
Yeah.
But he voiced this fucking
It's really an
coach.
old show.
It was a weird fucking show. Like when I got up too early by accident and watched that shit, it came on like right before Cartoon Network started. It was the weirdest fucking show. But I think he was the voice for the coach on that show. I forgot
There's
what
a
the
lot of
name.
voices.
Yeah, I remember
There's a
that
lot.
You remember that too? I'm like,
Yeah,
I try to explain that to people, but I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, dude, you
Called
remember
home
that shit?
movies.
I think that was.
I think it was like home movies or something.
I don't remember.
Or home.
Oh,
It
home.
was a mom.
home
and
movies.
that kid, the little baby
the
kid.
title of the
and
show had nothing to
the
do with it.
son. You don't remember that?
Yeah, and it was really poorly drawn.
It was really poorly drawn, and the coach had like red and yellow and shit.
Did it kind of?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about now. I think it is called Home Movie.
Was it him that voiced the coach? It sounds
Yeah.
just like him, right? It was him, right? I remember that
I'm looking through
story.
his IMDb, looking for it. Home movie cast. Nope, that's not the right movie.
Oh man.
I looked up home movie cast, and that one like alien movie with Rihanna came up.
Home videos, right?
It's home something. I know that because I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It said home videos cartoon. I mean, that was one of the options.
Yeah, it's home.
Oh.
Yeah, remember this dude?
Yeah.
With the freaking nose and his hair. And all.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
home movies.
He had
Yep.
these two
I found
fucking- This kid always had his fucking nose up, his finger up his nose, and this dude, that was the
Okay.
coach. And he voiced him.
Oh yeah, it is him. Yeah, H. John Benjamin.
Yeah, dude. And like, look, his hands and feet were a part of his suit. Like, I think he said it was like it's like a tan line or some shit like that. I don't know.
do know
dude.
that show. Oh my, I never.
I
knew that
remember
before.
him saying something like, "Oh, he's always naked. That's just his tan line." So like, it makes it look like he had a coat suit on. Some shit like that, dude.
Are we not going to mention how Mr. Crocker had an ear on his neck?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, dude. That's weird. I never noticed that until now.
Like, does he eat sounds? Like,
We do.
He gobbles them up.
what?
It's like taste sounds. Yeah, like tasting that shit.
Okay, well, on that note, our time's up here today for the podcast. Thank you for Misty-Eyed for joining us here today. If there's anything that you guys would like to promote, you got about 10 minutes to promote anything that you need.
So
Check out our Spotify.
yes, check us out on Spotify.
Yeah.
SOS music videos out right now. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. It's really, really dope. It's
We
really
worked really
cool.
hard on it.
Yeah, check out the music.
Shit, I don't know
video.
where to put the link. Y'all posted in 3 different directions.
Put it in all of them. Right here, right here, right here.
Like, right
And then-
God damn it, this is going to hurt editing.
And
And it'll give me some time.
And anywhere here's Wonderwall.
God
Close.
damn it!
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So I appreciate you guys coming out and joining us for the podcast today. Make sure you guys check out all of their links in the description. And anything else you want to say before we sign off here?
Y'all be safe out there. Be safe.
Love yourself.
Yeah.
Keep the eye open.
Keep the eyes open.
You are all.
You are all.
Wait,
You are all.
I'm waiting.
No.
Heart. Oh.
And
No.
anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Okay, and that's where we cut.